Welcome back to another show down the back of CornDoug. This week, fantastic show. We got him fresh off of his win at the Maineiacs Cornhole Big Ballers tournament put on by John Clark. We have Jacob Trzcienski here, non-pro, just a young kid just getting started out. Hasn't been playing that long. We get to find out in the interview that I did with him, but taking down the big dog Adam Hisner in the final of that tournament. So we will get to him a little later on. First up, though, if you are new to watching, making sure you're going to like the show, hit that thumbs up, which is where both right here, both in the video, and then over here, there's a little subscribe button. Hit that subscribe button. We are at 190 subscribers right now as I'm doing this. 10 more subscribers, and we will be giving away a set of Octane bags and as well as another set of Scorholio bags, as promised by Ben Boodoo a few weeks ago on the show. So with that, like I said, just please give that the like, share, and subscribe. Let everyone else know. It's we try and have some fun here, give away some stuff when we can, and yeah. So because really, this is the only fun we can have. We're still in lockdown. We got another 4 weeks of lockdown here until we can maybe try and get some playing live here within, at least in Ontario. Sean and those guys out in Newfoundland, they're playing like crazy, just racking up their ACL points, just kicking all of our butts. But yeah, so with that, and also coming up this, I'm gonna probably say Monday or Tuesday, I'm gonna put it out. I will be giving my picks for the upcoming Bag Brawl in Vegas, the ACL, this is the third national coming up in Vegas, the Bag Brawl. So Trey did his show last Monday. Monday did the singles, Tuesday did the doubles. I will be giving my picks coming up. I'll just do a quick little show, given what my thoughts are. For what that's worth, I'm not sure if I'm going to be right. I was kind of almost right on one or the other on that first national, but yeah, I'll give my thoughts on that. So without further ado, here is my interview with the champ of the Big Ballers tournament over in Maine. Here's Jacob Trzcienski. Okay, as I said, we're here with Jacob Trzcienski. Probably like the name I've heard a lot out of the Mass area. So Jacob, welcome to the show.
How we doing, brother? All right.
Like I said, I've been hearing your name a lot. That it's just Jacob this, Jacob that, and just kind of even seeing online just kind of how well you've been doing. So before we get into all of that, how did you get your start? Because you're still just a young kid.
Yeah, I started last summer, I would say. I started up at the beach near Salisbury. My first tournament, Edu Martin hosted. So that was pretty cool. I met a few of the day ones that I still talk to now. They got me into it. I didn't realize how competitive it was. I obviously went to that tournament and I saw how many people were there, and I was like, oh my God, it's so competitive. And then I met Jermaine King, and he showed me a lot. And then I ended up meeting freaking Tornado and Lady Tornado, and they showed me the roots to everything. So I give them props for a lot too. They gave me the roots to pretty much everything about the ACL, ACO, and just cornhole in general.
Well, I guess you can almost say that they've unleashed the beast, because in looking at all of your social media, it's them with the Wuhole cornhole, and it's just a one finger up all the time in almost every one of your pictures.
Yeah, they really did put me in the right direction with anything with cornhole, I would say. I would definitely say.
Yeah, so a couple weeks ago here, before we kind of get in, because you had kind of an okay weekend this past weekend, but before we get into that, you kind of took down the one of the top prizes at the latest Northeast Conference tournament.
Yeah, that was huge. That was absolutely insane. I mean, I played Tony Smith in the championship. I mean, that kid is incredible. That kid, I give that kid props. I mean, I probably played him 7 or 8 times now, and he's absolutely destroyed me every time. And the one time I beat him was in the conference. It's crazy. was
Well,
nuts.
yeah, and then so then, like I said, then that leads into this past weekend, and you had kind of we can say an okay weekend over with John Clark and the Big Ballers tournament in Maine.
I was me and Storm's first time ever getting together. We did good. We give Storm some props this weekend. He shot well.
Well, yeah, you guys took down the doubles out there, and then after that, there for fun, you you got to play against one of the other top guns in the ACL, being Adam Hisner in the final.
Yep, that was the first time actually meeting Adam Hisner and playing him too. I ended up meeting Storm when I went to the Regalia, so that's how I knew Storm, and I asked him to get together for that.
So yeah, so with Adam Hisner, I know some of the guys around here have played them, and he can. I don't want to say he's one of the easiest to play, but he can be kind of intimidating on the boards. How did you kind of react with that there?
I would just say, for me, I obviously got the butterflies. That's just like playing any other top guy, any of the big dogs like Tony Smith or any of those guys that are just unbelievable. So, I mean, obviously, the first game I had the chills. I mean, I got the butterflies. I got all that. Once the second game came, I kind of died down. I was like, all right, you're only putting 4 bags in the hole each. There's not much you can do. You just got to stay calm and be a robot. Can't have no emotions once you get going, at least.
Well, if memory serves me correct here, the first game you beat him 21-10. Was that correct?
No, I think he had 14 because he was up 14-10.
Okay.
And that's when I got nervous. He had me 14-10. I was like, uh-oh.
Yeah. So you go and you get the win 21-14 on that there. And then if you say you had the butterflies or whatever, but damn, man, that it didn't show. I was watching that live and it's like, wow, like you were on fire.
Yeah, the first game I said, like, I definitely had the jitters. I can tell. I know when I have the jitters. The second game, I was just my head was just all hole. I was just focused the whole game. Second game, definitely. First game, I was stuttering, you could say.
Well, I was messaging back with a few other people that are up in the cornhole world saying, "Are you guys watching this?" Because, like you said, the first game was 21-10. Sorry, 21-14. The second game, you had him 20-0, and then he gets the single point, and then you finish it off the next end to beat him 21-1. But it was just it kind of, I don't want to say it shook the cornhole world, but I think you are on notice now of how good you are.
I mean, I don't have much to say about that. I do practice a lot. I practice almost every day for the last. So, how I was talking about the summer and my first tournament?
Yep.
If I'm right, I want to say I've probably only missed 3 days. Like, if I'm not out in like in a blind draw, I'm in my backyard practicing until like 12 or 1 a.m. Practicing every little thing that I'm weak on. Everyone has weaknesses.
Well, exactly, yeah, and most of the people watching do know mine. Most of my weaknesses have to do with the bag, but like that's a practice routine. So what is your normal practice routine? Are you into the go stuff, or do you do deck rounds, or just do you kind of put different situations on the board and practice?
So I have done ghosts. I haven't really like done anything like Facebook related. Like I haven't like went live or anything, but I do ghosts here and there, and then I'll usually, like, right now, I do everything. So I'll do like 20 minutes of each. I'll do pushes, I'll do flops, airmail, I'll do 20 minutes of each. And once I'm done that, then I'll go to ghost, or if I'm with someone, then I'll usually play with them. So yeah.
Yeah, so like I know for myself here, we've kind of, we started to get back up before all this COVID stuff happened again for us up here, but just it's that whole thing of, for a practice routine, I'll take like 100 bags. I'll try and put as many as I can on the board in 100 bags, then as many as I can in, and then just kind of do other different situations. So is that kind of what you do for your other stuff?
That's what I used to do, but now where I'm at is like I've only been throwing anything BG, you could say. So like right now, I've been throwing the Vikings and the Wizards. Like the Vikings, I told myself like probably like 3 months ago, I was like, all right, this is the only bag I'm gonna throw. And then I ended up getting the Wizards, and I was like, all right, well, I obviously need 2 sets for board conditions. So now when I practice, that's the only things I'll throw. Unless, I'm with my dad or someone and we want to throw a million bags like game changers and all those other bags that we have, yeah, I'll throw them. But if I'm telling myself that day that I'm like trying to practice hard, I'll only throw 2 sets and it'll be the Wizards and the Vikings.
Well, I see now. You saying that kind of. I don't want to say say make me happy is probably the wrong term, but just hearing that is because you hear so many people that go and say, "Oh, I'm not throwing well this day with this bag, so I've got to change another bag. Or I got to change this bag." You've kind of got almost like that mindset of, you've got what you want to throw. You found out what you need to throw, and you're sticking to that.
Yeah, for sure. Obviously, when I first started, my first bag was game changers. And then I obviously going all these tournaments. I obviously saw all these other bags that people were throwing and stuff. So then I like the BGs like the best, I guess. I hated them actually at first. Don't get me wrong. At first, I hated the BGs because I didn't have a flat bag. Fun fact, I hated them. Now it's like I love them. Fell in love.
Well, it's that thing of where you do practice every day for the while every day. So that's where you get that whole routine down, and really in watching you, um, like playing against Adam Hisner and some of the other videos you had out, I maybe it's just me, but I really relate to your throw and your style of play almost to like a Dalton McClem,
Yeah,
right? Because
I've had many people.
you've got cut that hard throw.
Yeah, I've heard many people say that.
And you're still a young guy as well too, which is really sucking for us old guys that you guys are really coming up and really kind of pumping it in there.
Yeah, I want to say my dad. I'm gonna give my dad some credit. He's been practicing every day too. He's been getting there. I hope he gets there.
So then for looking ahead, um, any plans? Because most people are starting to look at towards next year. Any plans for next year? Possibly, seeing about going pro in the ACL.
I would say yeah. I can't really say what's gonna happen in the future, but where I'm at now, I would say yeah. The direction I've been going in, like playing every day. Obviously, I said that like that's kind of huge. When I think about it every day, I just want to play. So if I'm addicted as I am right now, then I will be in like 3 or 4 months. I would say yeah, I would probably be trying to go pro.
Well, and like I said, going back to this weekend with the big ballers tournament because you did win the doubles, you did win the singles, beating Adam Hisner, and then for fun, you just finished out the blind draw as a win for there. But it's just, I think from what I've seen and from what talking to some of the other guys, because I've talked to Mike Ferrer, and he's hearing about you down in Florida. I know he's coming up to the Northeast for a tournament come up here soon. But a lot of people are saying that you could be one of the next big things.
I mean, I don't have much to say to that. All I could say is I would hope to be. I practice as much as I can. I'm only doing as much as I can. I just gotta let time do its thing, I guess.
Exactly. So, kind of staying with cornhole, but going off cornhole for a bit here. Seeing you with the big ballers tournament going back to again, that was your full day. So, is there anything you do with other sports? 'Cause I know you're a football guy, and I've talked to Ryan Smith about this and Steve Bernasette, and they were former football guys. They said that playing football really helped them with either like a 2-a-day workout or any other kind of workouts there to help with their stamina for that long day.
Yeah, that's honestly, I would back that. I would back that for sure. I mean, I don't just play football. I play basketball. I mean, I played pretty much everything besides lacrosse and soccer. I played basketball. I still play baseball. I've played hockey. What else have I played? Wow. I wouldn't really count that. But yeah, I've done a lot of sports. I'm an athlete, you could say.
Well, and that's kind of what you get from a lot of the ACL pros is that they were those athletes, those other sports before becoming, an ACL pro or even playing cornhole. It keeps their competitive kind of stride going.
Yeah, I do a lot of things at the gym too, like for hand-eye coordination. Obviously, I don't know if anyone's ever really mentioned that, but I do that. I mean, it's not just for cornhole, but it helps me with like right now. I'm still in football season. Like we have our last game is this week, so I still work out and stuff. I mean, I hope to continue to work out in this upcoming baseball season. So that'll be.
Well, I would think that maybe working out like that would keep you in that mental where, cornhole is you're playing against someone on the other side of the board, but you're still playing that mental game yourself where
Yeah,
you're trying to push yourself. With working out is probably almost that same way.
yeah, you could say that for sure. 100%. 100%.
So then what's next on your agenda for what's coming up for you in the next few weeks for playing?
Cornhole wise, this weekend I'll be in. I think Sunday I'll be in Maine, and Saturday I'm playing in the regional in Derry. I think it's in Derry or Derry, Londonderry. So I got back-to-back regionals this weekend.
Yeah, it seems like I see the Doghouse guys. I see all the stuff they're doing. I see what John Clark's doing there, and you guys are just you're just like cornhole all the time there in the Northeast.
Yeah, I told you earlier. I mean, I try to play every day. I mean, if I miss a day, I do get mad at myself. I do. I like to keep consistency going. Because I mean,
Yeah, so
if you were to ask anyone, one of the biggest things in cornhole, I would say it's consistency.
exactly, and like I said, seeing you on the weekend there, just that was the total consistent play because it was just like you could see the I don't want to say frustration could be a bad word too, but just Adam in that second game was like he was trying all he could do, but it was just that you were just so consistent with the way your bags were, and even John Clark, I had kind of talked to him as well too, and him watching you, and he was just like you were just bang on.
Yeah, I mean, I after the game, I told myself I think that was the best. Personally, I think that was the best I've ever shot. Personally.
Which in a game like that, that's kind of what you want. So, um, I want to thank you for coming on talking because I know we are going to talk with you again here very soon because I'm going to see. I know I got a feeling we're going to see you in the ACL pro ranks sooner rather than later.
I would hope so. I mean, that's what I'm going for. That's what I'm shooting for.
So again, thanks for doing this here, and we will. I'll be talking to you again very soon.
All right, sounds good.
Okay.
Thank you, boss. I appreciate it.
And I want to thank Jake for doing that interview. Jacob is he's a great kid. As you can tell, he was a little nervous there. This was his first time doing any kind of talking out about any of his play. But yeah, as he said, he hasn't been playing that long. And from the people that I've been talking to, whether it being Carrie and Chris with Who Hole Cornhole that he plays with normally, they just say he's a great kid. He's got it's all up from here for him. Talked to some other guys. I know Mike Frere's got his eye on him. He'll be seeing him when he goes up back into the Northeast coming up here soon. But yeah, I think he's going to be one to watch for. He's gaining momentum and yeah, I think like I said, I think he is if he wants to, I think he's got a great shot at being pro, because if you watch some of his videos of when he's throwing, and like I said to him in the interview there, he's got like a Dalton McClem kind of style to him. He's just a consistent great player. I think, like I said, he's only up from here, and taking all three shots at that tournament there, being the doubles, the singles, and then the blind draw was just fabulous. So with that, another week goes by, another show, and can't do any of this here without the sponsors. Didn't mention them off the top, but Octane Cornhole. Go to octanecornhole.com. Discount code CornDoug gets you 10% off of all your bags, jerseys, hats, whatever you need. Matt's got everything for you, and then after that, you're going over to myearfun.com. Discount code CornDoug on that as well too. Get you 20% off of any of your earbuds or your Bluetooth speakers, whatever you need. Just check out that website, and then as always, head over to jccornhole.com. Let Jamie know that I sent you. There's going to be like I said, there's a discount code coming. I'm not sure when. Jamie can be a little slow on that there, but his boards second to none, especially if you're buying stuff here in Ontario, second to none. He is just top of the line. I get to see him making boards whenever I'm up at Octane. He's in that back doing his thing. So check him out online on either Facebook or his website. Hit him up. He'll do anything you want. I know he's getting orders from like Texas and everywhere around. So he's in high demand, especially at this time of the year. The weather's starting to turn, although here we've had snow the last couple of days, but weather's turning. You want to get outside playing and just having fun. So you can get your Octane bags, get your JC Cornhole boards, and then get your My Earfun earbuds. Go for those Earfun Pro. That's the ones I've got, and I absolutely love them. So yeah. So again, like I said off the top, check out Monday, Tuesday. I'll be doing a my picks, who I think will be coming out for the bag brawl in Vegas, and you'll be checking all the ACLDN for that, the ACL Facebook page. Trey will have it all. You'll be able to hear him and Bernie, and probably Mike Morton will be on doing some stuff. Anthony Ione doing some stuff, and maybe you might be able to hear that voice from down south, even more south than Trey, Mr. Rob Chismark out of Florida. He's always great to hear. Just there's so many great voices and knowledgeable people about cornhole and that are on ESPN, and so just have some fun, sit back, take a weekend, and just watch the high rollers go at it in Vegas. So speaking of leading that, like I said, I got the Monday, Tuesday show, and then next week, I got to sit down a couple weeks ago with the one and only Steve Bernasette. His second time trying to get on the show. We had tried long time ago after his first open win. But just as we were about to record the show, we lost all power at the Octane Garage. So got him back, had a talk with him. I had a great talk with him. We go through his practice routine, his just at the boards, just what he's kind of going through at the boards, his throw, just what it takes to get his throw going, because he plays those faster bags, and we talk, and him and I kind of agree on something, which, hey, I guess I got that going for me. And then we also talk about his gaming. He's a big PC gamer, so or actually not PC. He's like a PlayStation, I believe, but yeah, we'll be talking about that. So coming up next week, great show. Check that out. And as I said off the top, making sure that you're sharing, and subscribing. You want to get your hands on those Octane bags, and you got your choice. You got your whole shots, your clutch, your Apex, your kinetics, your nitros, whatever you need out of the Octane stable, boosted. I like the boosted bag. So that, and then we'll have a second prize. A second person will be getting a set of Scorholio bags. So making sure you're subscribing. Make sure that your subscription is set for, I'm not sure if it's open, but that I'll be able to see that you are subscribed. So once we get to 200 subscribers, I will then make another video where you can comment on it, and that's where I'll get the list of people who are in the contest, and yeah, so it'll be a lot of fun. We did it for the 100 subscribers. We will then do it for the 200 subscribers, and then hopefully give it a couple months, we'll get to 300 subscribers, and then we'll just get rolling. But yeah, like I said, always having a blast doing this here. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. And again, for you people that are listening, take 2 minutes, go over to YouTube, get on and hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, give me a thumbs up, leave a comment, let me know just what you're thinking of this show. And or if you want to see someone, if there's someone you want to see me talking to, let me know, because I know I've got some shows here starting to get lined up for the next month or so. So we're here having fun. We're under lockdown. Nothing else I can do but just talk cornhole. Can't play it. So it is what it is. So as always, when you're at your conference tournaments this weekend or a regional this weekend, I know there's a bunch going on down in the U.S. because we got nothing going on here. Check out those players with those octane bags, because you got to watch out for those players throwing gas, because they may just kick your ass.